0795. The most common leaks is right here. Rusty, rusty, rusty. Even though this seal drips so much oil around here on the crank pulley. This is the AC compressor, but yeah, this line goes back, goes up around here, up onto the power steering, the rack. Gonna remove this intake boot, get to the power steering line. There's no fluid in here already, it's already all like drained out. I'm gonna clamp here because there might be a little bit in there, but I doubt it. So once this is out of the way, you take this nut loose on the power steering hose, and there's also a bolt that goes through the pulley here that holds the line up. It like kind of aligns it. It's like this, so you just have to loosen it. So I got a 13 on the bolt. Loosen it. Sometimes you might have to like try and put a pry bar in the pulley, turn the pulley so you can get it lined up. You give it a couple little turns. I don't know how many of these power steering lines I've done, like handfuls of them. So just get it loose enough. I'm gonna put a pan underneath to catch the fluid that drips out. Here's my crow's foot. One of these. Grab the 17, fit on there. Sometimes a wrench might work, but get the crow's foot on there. Twisting it off. Probably use a stubby wrench to turn it off all the way. I was in the drive-on lift, but I decided that this style lift would probably be easier for this. I don't want to get stuck on the drive-on lift with the subframe and all that. So I was showing that the rubber little holders, like insulators, they sometimes break. They'll sit up there like that. So take off the air filter tube and you can move the like little snorkel if you want and pull the line down, the front power steering line. There might have been a 10 in there, but I cut the line so that I could replace, since I had the full set, and pop off 2 10s. You see the hose clamp is loose for the filter to pull it out of the way. So the one hose goes up to the power steering pump while the other one goes back towards the back of the rack. So I pop out one of the clips. Pop the second clip that locks it in. Pop the line out of the clip. You can see the line goes up. Try to keep track of where it goes for later. Take that nut out, that like 10 right there. And usually, I believe that if you saw this zip tie holding the line on, it's factory. So I moved that subframe bolt on this side and this one and prying down. And I believe it's a 22. I thought it was a 24. It's been a while, but I'm gonna try and get a wrench on there. Okay, I have a 7/8 socket and a swivel. I don't have a big enough swivel socket to fit on that. So making one, and I'm gonna pop that loose, put the pan under here. I didn't mention that I use the pry bar to pry down on the whole subframe so I could get in there with the socket and take it out. Now that it's out, I have to pull it out. It's gonna be tough since this subframe bolt is not coming out right there. So it's giving me a little bit less room to get this out, but it's it's ready. Probably cut it off here and try and take it out in sections. Okay, the line's not perfectly in. It's kind of like pulled up at a weird angle. So I could try and get that aligned. I think I bent it a little bit when I brought it in. So it's not like, it's almost lined up there now because I try to bend the line back, but like when I stuck it in there, I went up over the motor mount in the back here, and I pushed something and it caught, and I felt it like the line bend. It's definitely a hard fit. You know, you got to go through the side, and it's a lot of wiggling. It's definitely a pain in the butt, especially since I couldn't like lower this. Kind of be easier to slide the whole line in this way. Instead, I had to like pull the line through here while feeding it forward and having it bend down around. This aftermarket line, I don't think is bent 100% right because I think it was getting close to the oil pan, but once that fitting is screwed in and the line is like clocked the right direction, the little, where is it? This little thing sits on the back side, so when you tighten it, this hits the casting on the rack right there, so it'll go behind that little like nub. You have to be careful what kit or part you get. This one comes with both, but sometimes this is how the factory one is, and then the aftermarket ones sometimes have the fittings reversed, so you have to get the other line from the same people. It was weird sometimes when we were working at the dealer, we'd get this line because this is the bad line, and you go to bolt it in and it's the same fitting as on this side from the factory side that's left that wasn't replaced. We're like, shit, now we have to get this line and this line because you could only get this one. I don't know if that's still a problem when ordering these. This was the only one I could pick from the site that I bought from, so luckily this was pretty shitty and I got this one as well. It came as one. All tight. One on the rack's all tight. The side where all the oil leaks onto. The side that oil doesn't leak onto. You're gonna want to run it and put more power steering fluid in it. There you go, the line, now it's starting to work. You get bubbles, it'll be fizzy. You could turn the wheel a bunch and keep adding fluid and check to make sure you're not leaking top and bottom.